Alright, what's up YouTube? This must be fast. Simpson Fire King come back to you guys with another episode of SNOWRUNNER on, what is it, Season 17. Episode number 18, I believe. So, yeah, back out here again today, guys. How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing well. Today, yeah, not much really interesting, I suppose, is happening, but like we're just kind of picking up exactly where we left off in the last episode. Which, if you missed the last episode, what we did was we did kind of the drilling trailer type missions. These missions here where we had to kind of drill these kind of water wells on the Zardanian Valley map here. So yeah, we're going to be continuing on from that. Once we get that done, because this is only a single mission, and hopefully it shouldn't take us too long because we only have to drive up to two spots. The other spot is over here. It's not a terribly difficult mission or anything like that. It's just two metal beams, two metal rolls. We have trucks ready to go because I like to be prepared for to be ready to go for this kind of thing. Yeah, it should hopefully not take too long. So once we're done this, I think what we're going to do, or at least what we're going to attempt to do, is we're going to go onto whatchamacallit. We're going to go onto the Valley of Falling Rocks, and we're going to attempt to do some of the train track kind of the railway kind of related missions. Sorry, I can't speak. Yeah, some of the kind of railway related missions there. Because yeah, there's a couple of rock slides we could clear. We could kind of do the railway kind of replacement mission as well. So yeah, I think that would be a good thing to do. Just kind of get them done and out of the way. Those are some pretty big missions, and I kind of have the trucks set up and ready to go for them. There is also a couple of tasks that we could do as well, mostly on the Valley of Falling Rocks. I think we actually have pretty much all the tasks done here on, or well, I mean, we don't have them all done. We're pretty close. We've done boat contests. We're down to 4 tasks, so we're not doing too bad. And if you're wondering why I'm kind of talking about it like it's a statistic or whatever, well, I suppose, I mean, it is a statistic really when you're kind of playing this game. We want to try and see how much we can actually get done of Zardania here before Season 18 comes out, which Season 18, I've been seeing a little bit of what's going on with Season 18. I haven't seen too much. I don't watch too much of the PTS footage, that kind of way. Kind of like to, figure it out for myself when it comes out, when the new seasons come out. I hate this piece of road. This piece of road is, it's not great, but it's the fastest way to get up to this place that we're going to, so yeah, we're using it. Was it because, I want to try and get as much of the seasons done before the new season comes out. I want to try and get as much of this season done as I possibly can, but, at the same time, we're probably not going to get this season finished because there's actually a lot of missions in this season, like, genuinely. Like, I've just kind of been looking back at, some of the, the other seasons, like, Quebec, and what are the other ones that we've done recently? Austria and Almaty. And I was kind of looking back at them, I was kind of thinking to myself, we actually managed to get these regions to 100% in kind of the time frame between, the different seasons releasing. And, then I was looking at how many missions we actually completed in each of those, and, like, those regions only had about 60-ish missions in them, and Almaty even less. And, it's only more recently that I've kind of realized, looking at the kind of statistics here, that this Zardania has 81 missions, and that's not counting the whatchamacallit. That's not counting the stupid work sites that we have in this in this region, which don't actually count towards which don't actually count towards our overall progression, which kind of ticks me off a small bit, if I'm being honest. It just does. I've talked about this before. This is my first time talking about this, but I don't know. I feel like I'm still kind of a little bit burnt out from playing season 16 because we didn't get that finished either, which is understandable because it's the big 3-map expansion. But season 16 was just, I thought North Carolina. Carolina was bad when it came out with how much driving you kind of had to do between maps and whatnot, between all the 4 different maps. I thought North Carolina was bad, but it was actually bearable. It was actually good. It was actually good in a way. There was actually something about North Carolina season 12 that I actually genuinely enjoyed. I don't know how to explain it, but even though we didn't finish that season on camera, I actually finished it off camera, and I actually enjoyed doing it off camera. I actually did that thing to 100%. Like, I'll show you, where is it? There it is, 100%, right there. And forget, just as well, this region had 108 missions. Washington only had 93. I don't know, I just... There's something about Washington that I just can't stand about that. I don't know. I don't know what it is about the way they kind of made that region. It wasn't particularly hard or anything like that, but you had to drive so far just to get basic, just to do a lot of it, just to do most of it. I mean, they did fix it slightly by when they added the extra tunnel or whatever, but it still wasn't brilliant. Yeah, but we're not too far into the video, and I've already gone on a huge rant. Yeah, that's normal enough for me. I feel like at this point, I don't know. I just don't really like the feeling of thinking that we're not actually getting all the missions done in these seasons. That kind of way. I just don't really like that. But Zerdania it's just been annoying me that little bit more because of how many missions are actually in this 2-map region. I mean, it's cool that we got a 2-map region with more content in it, but at the same time, kind of feels... Did I throw that into reverse? But then at the same time, at this point, I kind of feel like, the smaller regions just kind of have a smaller amount of missions, a set number of missions, and less missions that kind of just feel like they're there for the sake of it, that kind of way. But that's just me being... that's just me having a rant for the sake of having a rant, I feel like. in a lot of ways as well there. How are you guys doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having fun. Hope you're all doing well in life. Hope you're good. Hope you're having fun with the game and stuff, Alright then, but we are just about here at the water tower. That really didn't take too long at all, if I'm being honest. So yeah, that's not too bad. So then, once we deliver this, we just have to do a very similar thing. We have to deliver the same materials up to a different spot, up to kind of the, it's kind of a farm area, I think. It's over on the other side of the map, I suppose. This is the western water tower. I guess it's the eastern one. I'm not sure. we'll have to see here once I go into the or once this clears or whatever. Can't even find the words. Alright, metal beams, metal rolls. Oh! It feels like there was a cutscene missing there. I'm not sure. Does it not feel like we should have gotten a cutscene? Also, why can I not see the tower? Come on, hang on. Photo mode. Hello. Let's take a look at you. This is actually a new tower design, by the looks of it. We haven't gotten this tower design before. Okay, that's cool. They didn't give us a little building scene of it, but It does look like a new tower. It's not like the same reused one. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. I like how I'm just looking at the tower with free cam, just just mesmerized by the tower. Okay, that's cool. That is cool though. That is cool that they have a new water tower design. All right. So I guess we'll fast forward the next part of the mission because it's going to be delivering the same type of materials. We are going to be doing it with the Kenworth though, so it's gonna be a little bit different, but not all that much different. And I am going to use kind of the main road here to my advantage just to make it a little bit easier to drive this. So we need that there, and we need that. Okay. Okay, so I'll see you guys here in a quick sec. We'll have a little fast forward here. Alright guys, and here we are at the second tower here. So yeah, that didn't take too long. We'll just do that and yeah, load this up here quickly and boom. New task on Zardanian Valley. Oh, we got a new task. Oh, okay, interesting. Enough water to go around, and oh yeah, we have the water zones. Yes, we have the water zones, so that means we can actually get water for the water-related missions. Outstanding work. Boat towers are up and running, providing people with a steady, reliable flow of water. Our fields are now well protected against the droughts. Thank you. You've come through for the entire region once again. So that was 2,860 XP and 26,950 cash. Wow, that was a lot of money just for that job. I kind of feel like that one was a little bit overpaid, if I'm being honest, in a way, because yeah, that was a lot for that. And that must be the new task. I don't remember that being there. No. Might drive over to it, actually. I have the White Western Star just chilling down here. Let's drive over to that and just grab that new task. See what it wants, for the fun of it. Alright, here we are. Oh, what do you want? Start tracking. Deliver to the... Hang on. Deliver to the stores. Where's the stores? Yeah, actually, wait a second. To the store. Oh, to the store. Oh. Oh, these guys. Oh, okay. Single fuel, delivered to the water tank. What water tank? Oh, that one. Okay. 800 water, and delivered to the hill village. Where's that? Oh, them. Oh. 1 consumables. Well, that explains why we need to, why there's a work site there. You know, I was actually wondering that for a while now, because I went up here just to see what this work site required, but then after seeing what it required, I went through the contracts to see if there was anything that if there was any kind of deliveries up to here, and I was confused when there weren't any, but that explains that. So we literally have to clear this one work site just to do one job. That's cool. I mean, yeah, I don't really think there's any other way up here. Maybe if you drove through that somehow, but that would be quite hard. Okay. So yeah, with that done, or with that job done, I think we'll hop over to the Valley of Falling Rocks here, and we might do one of these rocks and rails, or maybe both of them. We'll see here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is rocks and rails, the center, and I suppose you know what, we may as well accept the north one here as well. Yeah, so this rocks and rails, the center here, it's there's a bit of work to it, but it's simple enough. This maintenance trailer just has to go up to the crash site. Not much there. We also have to deliver 400 repair points, but we can just use the repair points that are in the maintenance trailer, so that's no big deal. Because I kind of feel like that's a little bit of cheating, but at the same time, it's not, is it? Oh, wait a second. That thing actually doesn't have enough repair points in it, though, does it? Okay, that's okay, I thought I was going to be smart with that one. Hang on a second. I think I still have repair. Oh wait, no, we don't have repairs in this. Oh no, I thought I was going to be smart for once. Oh wait, but where's the EarthRoamer LTI's up there, and it's still got plenty of points in it. Yeah, so if we need, we do need more points than the trailer has in it, but we'll just use the EarthRoamer LTI because, yeah, we can. Yeah, that's fine. There was almost a huge flaw in my plan there. Almost a huge flaw. It's fine. Alright, there we go. Also, if you're wondering why I've loaded up fertilizer here, or four things of fertilizer here. This fertilizer is going to be for the kind of main regional progress missions that are on the first map, on the Zerdanian Valley map. Yeah, they require fertilizer, and since we're here, we may as well pick it up, because driving all the way here just for fertilizer is honestly a bit of a crime. Like, this stuff is really far out to grab, so whilst we're here, we're going to grab as much of it as we can. Yeah, because it's not just the regional progress-based missions that need it. There's a couple of other missions that need this fertilizer as well, which I don't know if we're going to get around to them before, you know, like Season 18 comes out, but, you know, we can try. And yeah, like I said, it's just so far out to get to this stuff. So we're just going to take as much as we possibly can, because I'm pretty sure most of the fertilizer that we need in this region needs to go back to the first map. And like, just I'll show you here. Yeah, like this is where the farm is with the fertilizer, and the tunnels are all the way over here and over here. So that's just to get the fertilizer from the farm to the tunnels to the other map. That's not counting however far you have to drive to actually get them the entire way. So yeah, we're gonna be taking as much of this stuff as possible. I don't care. Also, why we're just a little bit stalled out. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we can't drive up there. We have to drive a little bit further, and then yeah, drive up that little bit there. Okay, yeah, not too bad. Yeah, but it shouldn't be too hard to get this service trailer up to the central crash site here anyways. I mean, I know we do have that, what's it, the other crash site that's going to be kind of in our way here, but we can get around that fairly simply. It's not hard to drive around. The only real problem at the moment, or the only real concern at the moment with this particular setup is the possibility of course, flipping. Which I think we should be fairly okay, but it's still a risk. It's definitely still a risk. But yeah, there's the train line. So we weren't actually too far away from the train line. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, also, jeez. I just saw the two things of fertilizer just jump up on the bed there. Okay, that kind of scared me for a second there. That kind of looked a bit goofy. Ooh, it's a little bit rougher than I thought it was. No, that's good. It's good. Yeah, there's the rock slide. That's the other bit that we have to do. But yeah, something actually that I just want to mention before I forget about it. Oh. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, just just something that I want to actually mention and also kind of apologize for before I forget about it. Last week's episode, if you missed it, which I'm assuming a few people did because I uploaded it late, and the reason for that is purely because my Wi-Fi was not cooperating with me all weekend. I mean, literally from about I think it was from like Thursday it had started to just not work. Yeah, it just decided, yeah, I'm not gonna. It just decided to tap out and not work at all. I mean, you know, it just became extremely slow, and I wasn't getting, you know, a signal in my bedroom at all, where, you know, I have all my PlayStation 5 and where I record my videos and whatnot. So I just couldn't. Just full stop, I just could not upload the video. The video was there, it was edited, it was ready to go, but I just could not get it up onto YouTube. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. I have since gotten the Wi-Fi, you know, sort of fixed. Went on to tech support, you know, as you do. It turns out one of our booster boxes was actually broken, so that was the thing, but that's fixed now. But yeah, the Wi-Fi was still really slow even without that booster box. So yeah, that's just the way our Wi-Fi is. Our Wi-Fi is. It's just kind of terrible. It just doesn't work half the time. So it's not really much of a surprise for me because yeah, this is just the way the Wi-Fi is in my house. It just doesn't work half. You know it. Even when it is working, it's still not great. It's still not great. Anyways, I don't want to be talking too much crap about it because it could just decide to stop working again. But hopefully that doesn't happen, and you know, YouTube videos will be going up smoothly. Yeah, but it did really annoy me that I wasn't able to get the video out on time. When it's something, you know, kind of simple like that, or if it's, you know, something that's kind of out of my control and that causes me to not be able to get the thing up in time, it does annoy me, because yeah, you know, when it's something you just can't do anything about, yeah, it just you just don't know what to do. Alright, but there we are. We've made it. Pretty much the... Oh, wait. I have to drive down here because we can't get down. If we can't get down to where the delivery points are if we go up there. I made that mistake in one of the previous episodes. I don't remember which one it was. Yeah, I made that mistake a few episodes ago in the International Pace there, the 5600 TS. I drove up along that to where those rail cars there are, and yeah, I realized that I couldn't get down from there because of the way that it's just a cliff there. So yeah, I couldn't do anything about it. Okay, but yeah, you know what? I'm actually just gonna go up and grab the EarthRoamer, bring that down here, and we're going to deliver the repair points with that thing, just to play it safe, because I don't know if the repair points work in the same way as like fuel does, you know, with trailers and delivering them. You know, I don't know if there has to be a certain amount of repair points in the trailer in order for it to accept the trailer for the mission, you know, that kind of way. I don't think they do, but I don't necessarily want to risk it. So I'm just gonna bring this down. We're gonna use it to deliver the repair points here. All right, and here we go. This is gonna mean I'm gonna have no repair points left in this thing, basically. But doesn't matter too much. Just do that. Yeah. I feel like they took that that idea straight out of Expeditions. I really do. Let's move forwards. Oh, okay. I wasn't actually expecting anything to really happen there, if I'm being honest, but it's actually removed all of the train cars. Okay, that's actually really cool. I don't know why I wasn't expecting something to happen. I mean, it was a staged mission for a reason, but I don't know. I feel like they... I don't know. Alright, well that's cool. So, yeah, now we'll head over to... What's it here? We're going to have to... Yeah, we're going to have to switch maps here again. Hang on. Alright, here we are. We're in the PLAD 450. Yeah. On the... what's it? Yeah, and at the railway station on Zerdanian Valley here. Yeah. Took me a second to figure it out. And yeah, this is where we actually get the empty containers in this region. So they did decide to reuse that whole kind of cargo idea from from season 16. Yeah, jeez, I'm forgetting all the words that I need to use at the moment. They did decide to reuse this cargo, which is pretty cool. You know, I don't hate the idea of, you know, bringing these over to the site and then having to deliver them back. I think that's a pretty cool idea, pretty cool concept, which I'm pretty sure we have to deliver these guys back to here once we're done with them. We have to bring the fill containers back to this train station, so it's going to be a bit of a trek to get this done, but I think I'm just going to fast forward most of it. That way, yeah, it just works. You know, it just works better with the video. I think that's just gonna be the simplest thing to do here. Yeah, it's just the 6 containers, or the not 6, 4. Jeez, I can't even count. I can't count now either. Yeah, it's just these few containers we have to deliver up there. I'll stop the time lapse, I think, once we actually get up to the place, and then yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll just do a little bit of a fast forward here though. Guys, here we are. I have no idea how what the hell is that? I got a little campfire there. Okay, I shouldn't have ran over that. What I was going to say is I have no idea how I managed to drive the whole way here with the, yeah, with that container on our roof like that. I don't know why, it kind of flipped over while we were transporting it a bit. I don't know. Okay, there's 3 of them. And we'll load this one up. See what happens here. Pack that up. Do that. Oh, I missed it. No! Well, we can kind of tell what happened. And they spawned 2 of the containers there, and 2 of them there. Okay then. Interesting, interesting. Well, I mean, we don't really need it, but this is kind of the reason why we have the secondary crane here, the Caterpillar CT681. It's cool, we can actually drive through here now, so this will actually make things a little bit easier if we're transporting, if we want to try and transport stuff along the rail line. Also, I just want to say as well, geez, that rail line's really kinked, isn't it? Gee, it's just the squiggle. Oh, that just looks funny. It just does. I'm sorry. Also, another thing that I was after realizing, you know, after you know, whilst driving my way up here, I'm after realizing is that I didn't need to use the EarthRoamer LTi for the repair points. I could have just used all the stuff that's on this thing. I'm such a dummy. Like, this thing has so much stuff. I didn't need to use the parts that were in the EarthRoamer at all. Yeah. I'm annoyed with myself because of that. I really am. We wasted a whole load of repair points, I feel like. Oh well. Alright, there's 1. There's 2. Oh. Ah. There we go, there's 3. Alright, and there's number 4. So I guess I'll just fast forward this back to the railway station on, what's it, Zerdanian Valley. However, because we are facing this direction, we're not going to take the exact same way back. We're going to take the secondary way back, I guess. So yeah, see you guys here in a sec. Alright then, guys, and here we are back at the railway station. Actually, I don't know why I turned off the engine. We still need to load up that final container. Hang on. Okay, hopefully that's good enough. It is. Restore the crane, cargo management, and there we go. So that was Rocks and Rails, the center. A few thanks for the save. The first step's done. The rocks have been cleared up, have been cleared. The mangled carriages have been hauled away, and relief efforts have been paid for. Here's your cut, but don't go too far. There's still more work to be done here. So 4,050 XP. That's a lot of XP for doing that. 4,000 XP. And 40,300 cash. So, yeah, that was a very well paid job, I think, for that. I mean, was it very well paid? I feel like it was. I didn't feel like we had to do too much there, really. I mean, granted, I did have my trucks positioned where they needed to be, so we didn't have to do too much driving to get to, you know, where the repair trailer was and where the empty containers were. And then you do also have to remember that that we transported all the filled and empty containers in just one go. You know, using kind of the 6-slot super heavy kind of method, and you know, just kind of carried one. Like, realistically, we probably should have used two trucks to do that, but it got the job done. Sometimes it is nice just to be able to do things that a little bit quicker and more efficiently, you know, that kind of way. Alright, but let's move on to Rocks and Rails to the north here. Alright, here we are. So, Rocks and Rails to the north crash site. We need 2 wooden planks. Yeah. And then... Wait, yeah, medium planks. I thought I had some. Yeah, okay, so we have 2 regular wooden planks and 1 medium plank. So, yeah, nothing too crazy to get this one done. This one is very simple. How do I get out of here? I forget. Oh, hang on, I can drive up over here, can't I? Actually, refuel the truck as well before I go anywhere. Alright, so if we just drive out the sawmill this way, I think we can drive up. I think we can... yeah, that should work. Or it should be close enough. Hopefully. Come on, get up there. Come on. Come on, Step, you got it. You got it. I think you got it anyways. It's because of the very small gap between the trailer and the cargo bed here. That is one drawback at the very least of using this setup. Alright, there we go. That's just about done it there. Oh jeez, we still have a bit of a maneuverability problem though. Come on, there we go. Come on. Yes. Okay, good. Yeah, so this setup we've kind of got running here with the step pike and the 2-slot sideboard or whatever that we have going on here. It's not my first choice of setup, I will be honest here, but it was the setup that I just kind of had on hand and ready to go, and I didn't really have to spend too much. I didn't really want to have to, you know, spend too much time setting up for this video, which I did spend a bit of time setting up for this video, don't get me wrong, but it's just the fact that I spent a lot of time setting up for some of the other videos, so I didn't want to have to do, kind of wanted to cut back a little bit. I don't want to have, you know, like too many trucks and trailers to have to drive back to the garage and whatnot when we finish up here, which hopefully we'll be able to get, like, you know, the main regional progress here done before season 18 comes out. That's really all I want. If I can get the main regional progress done in a region before the next season comes out, I'm happy enough, because that usually means we've got a decent-ish amount of the jobs done. Even though in this region in particular, I do have to say, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot we really have to do in order to get the regional progress done. Which, I mean, yeah, there are some things that we have to do, and yeah, there is definitely a good bit of work that we have to do. Like, I'd say a good few of the earlier episodes, like I don't remember exactly which episodes I'm going to be referring to, but like there was the episodes where we had there were all the rocks, from the rock slides to the temple in order to get that thing fixed up, or well, to just deliver the materials to get the temple built, which we don't have the temple built yet. That's still a mission that we have to do. There was the water tower missions, which we've kind of just finished, so yeah, I don't really have to reference them too much. And then there was a couple of other things, like the concrete plant and stuff like that, that were necessary to get certain things going. And then I suppose there were a certain amount of the work sites as well that we definitely had to do. But overall, it didn't really feel like we had to do that much to get to get the regional progress, kind of checked off here. Because like even here, like if I just show you guys actually here quickly in the contracts, like for example here, the Zerdania Global Foods contracts here. How many of these have we done? One. That's all we've done, and we have the regional progress missions unlocked. And in here we've done, I'd say, like 50-ish, maybe 60-ish% of all the missions that are in the Zerdania administration jobs list. But yeah, it just really doesn't feel like we had to do as much to get everything kind of squared away in this region. I don't know why I feel like that, but it just kind of feels like that. Even though we have been playing for the almost 20 odd episodes now, and like obviously we still don't have the regional progress done. But then again, like I haven't been focusing on the regional progress missions in every episode, that kind of way. Yeah, I don't know. This region's just felt a bit strange to me, really, to play through, mostly because of the amount of contracts that are in this region. I said this at the start of the episode. I'll say it again. This region just feels a bit strange because of just because it's a 2-map region and it has a lot of missions, at least compared to some of the other more recent two-mapped DLCs we got. Just for those reasons, this region's just kind of felt weird to me. It's just kind of felt a little bit off, just playing it. I don't know. And it's also I feel like it kind of suffers from the same problem that we really had in season 16. It's just a little bit not hard of a region to complete, but a little bit too lengthy of a region to complete, if you know what I mean. It's not a particularly hard region to get around. I think I've managed to kind of square up the maps pretty well, to the point where I'm able to get around them pretty fast and efficiently. And I kind of know my way around, and everything works, and there's nothing too hard about this region. If you kind of just figure things out, and you're semi-decent at driving. I suppose that's the best way of putting it. Deliver this stuff here anyways. Rocks and Rails, the North. You really helped us out, thank you. It's great to see everyone approaching this with such a strong sense of responsibility. Even the locals are pitching in to help our crew clear the debris. You've earned yourself a special thanks and a reward. So 640 XP for that, and 7.5 grand in cash. Alright, not too bad. I'm just going to pull myself through here. There's one more mission that we'll do here before we finish up. One more. Yeah, because now that we've done that, we should have the metal binding thread unlocked. So this is just the job here to get the rail sections kind of fixed. Very simple. We're just going to drive up to the 2 spots and deliver some rails. That's it. We need one there, one there. We'll load one of them in on top of here. Hang on a second. Alright, there we go. We'll restore our crane here. Where's the button? There it is. Alright, off we go. Yeah, the sideboard bed's great for this with the piece of rail section. This just works brilliantly. It just does. You just stick it in there and you don't have to worry about it at all. It's not like other bits of cargo where you kind of have to worry about it falling out. With this, you can just shove it in there, forget about it. It's brilliant. But yeah, yeah, what was I talking about there? I was kind of talking about this region. Yeah, it just feels a bit long, really, to complete, you know. And you know, that's really my only problem with this region, if I'm being honest. I mean, that being said, the 2 trucks that we got in this region as well, I'm not the biggest fan of either of them. I don't think the trucks are all that brilliant. They're all right. They're definitely useful for certain things. The the Voron, the new Voron that we got, the G series, I think it is. That thing was really good when hang on a second. This thing's still here. Yeah, if you saw in the time lapse, I got the trailer of the whatchamacallit, the trailer of the PLAD kind of stuck on the bridge. The trailer kind of glitched into the bridge somehow. I don't know how it. Well, I understand how it happened. I just don't know why it happened, really. Well, I do know why it happened. This game is just with its buggy physics. That's the reason why. That's the reason why it happens. Also, get off the train tracks, Caterpillar. Get off of them. There we go. Oh, jeez. Don't flip the truck, jeez. Yeah, but you know, the Voron G series, I do think that thing was a bit of a monster when it came out initially, but then of course they had to go and debuff it, which I didn't actually get to. I didn't actually get to use the truck before they debuffed it, so yeah, my experience with it hasn't been all that brilliant. It's still a very good truck, but it is a little bit fuel thirsty for my liking. That's for sure. Hang on a second here. Yeah, it looks like we actually have to deliver it here, or you know, do the thing we normally have to do. We have to lift it into position, so that's fine. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Oh, we don't. It doesn't care. Oh wait, no, it did care. But it for some reason sensed the piece of rail that was packed loosely in the bed. Or it wasn't packed in the bed, it was just loose. How did it... Okay, we're just not gonna question that. We're just gonna move on. Forget about it. Just forget about it. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I didn't know that was something you could do. We could probably try doing that again up at the other bit here. Okay, that was kind of funny. But yeah, you know, this, if I'm going to sum up the season a little, this season kind of specifically, yeah, I would just say it's a little bit too long. That's really the only problem I have with it. The trucks, like I said, they're not my favorite things in the world, but they're definitely good trucks. So yeah, let me just jump up to the next bit here, and we'll finish off the episode. Alright guys, here we are. We're at the other section here. So yeah, I want to see if I can try and replicate the thing that we just did there moments ago. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to very simply sort of park our truck like this. We're going to unpack the cargo, and we're going to see... Yeah, that worked. Okay, that's kind of funny. I didn't actually know you could do that. I just never occurred to me to try that before. Huh. Alright, well that's cool. Great. Now we can count on railway connections with the other regions. which will help us restore the rest of the region's infrastructure and also bolster tourism. You've handled the task perfectly. So 780 XP for that and 6,050 cash. So we didn't get paid as much for that one, but that one was very simple to do. So yeah, I can see the reason why. We definitely didn't need to be paid all that much for that. So that was fair enough for that. But anyways, guys, that's going to have to do us here today for today's episode, because yeah, this has been a bit of a long one for me to record. But hopefully then in the next episode we will go ahead and try and do some of the regional progress related missions. We'll either do the temple mission, or we'll do the kind of the farming, I don't know, is it the fields are bloom, the kind of fertilizing the fields kind of related thing. I forget what it's called. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. The farm, we'll either do the temple related thing, or we'll do the farmland related stuff. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens, But yeah, overall, not too bad of an episode. We got a decent amount done. So thank you all very much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. Goodbye.